If you haven't got problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
We are finishing up the book Not Your Mother's Rules, and thank God. Rule number 19. Don't pay for dinner or buy his love in any way. Wasn't planning on it. Rule number 20. Don't choose a college or job or relocate because of a guy. I've relocated because of a guy, and if you're wondering how it worked out, it didn't. Didn't work out, so yeah, don't do that. Rule number 21. Don't get wasted on dates or at parties, so you don't do or say anything you'll regret. Girls who get drunk don't usually hear from guys again, except for 2 a.m. booty calls, even if that was their first time acting that way. If I've ever been on a date with you and I've gotten wasted, please know that it was not my first time acting that way. Sorry for partying? I've heard from clients who had just 2 drinks at dinner to calm their nerves and ended up saying or doing things they regret. 2 drinks? 2 drinks. I say something I regret every 5 seconds. I'm regretting this right now. I regret making a video blog. I did a week ago, as I was doing it, and then editing it, and then posting it. We understand that you want to let loose and have fun, but there is nothing fun about blacking out and hooking up. If you can't drink like a lady, then order a seltzer or soda. If you can't drink and do the rules, then don't drink at all. Rule number 22. Buyer beware. Weeding out bad guys, cheaters, addicts, players, and time wasters. Here's a list of other buyer beware guys. 1. Guys who break up with you for any reason. If he breaks up with you once, he can break up with you again. Guys who walk out on you or scream, "It's over," are bound to hurt you again. You should think good riddance instead of, how can I get him back? Your boyfriend should never want to stop being with you. You hear that? 2. Guys who just want to be friends. 3. Guys who cancel more than once. 4. Guys who don't follow through. Yep, whatever. Oh, if you have to remind him that you have a date, then it's not a date you should be going on. And if he asks you out and then doesn't show up, it's over. If you ask me out and then don't show up, I will get crazy on your ass. 5. Guys who are extra work from day one. 6. Guys who talk about other women. When a guy really likes you, he wants to talk about you. 7. Alcoholics, drug addicts, or any kind of addict. Obviously. 8. Guys who have ulterior motive. Guys who have ulterior motives. You make more money than he does. Highly doubt it. And he asks you to pick up the check. He seems to perk up when he finds out you live in a duplex 2-bedroom, as he lives in his parents' basement. Guys who get angry if they don't see you all the time or hear from you more often. Well, you're kind of being a dick. According to the rule, if you're playing by these rules, I'd be pissed too. 9 or 10, whatever. Guys who don't ask you out for Saturday night. If a guy is always making plans with you on a weeknight, claiming that weekends are for guy friends, he may have a girlfriend or just may not like you enough and be looking around. Hey. 10 or 11. I don't know anymore. Guys who don't commit. If you date a guy for 9 months or more and he doesn't ask you to be exclusive or say I love you, then he is probably seeing other women. Without the rules, women will rationalize giving buyer beware guys a second chance and spend the rest of the relationship being angry, hurt, or confused. We believe in nipping it in the bud. Nipping it in the bud. Butt, I thought it was. I thought it was nipping it in the butt. Nipping it in the bud? I've been saying that wrong for a really long time. If a guy is difficult in the first few months when he's supposed to be charming and chivalrous, don't kid yourself. Buyer beware. Rule number 23. Don't be self-destructive by dating married, unavailable, and other mixed messages guys. Rule number 24. Stop dating a guy who cancels more than once. We are not trying to sound overly dramatic here, but canceling is the kiss of death. A guy should be able to make a date with you and keep it, regardless of work, the weather, or whatever else is going on in his life. A date with you should be sacred. It should be written in ink and not in pencil. Rule number 25. Don't sext or send a guy anything you wouldn't want him to have if you break up. There are more reasons sexting is a bad idea. If you're the one initiating sex, you become the aggressor, showing a guy that you are not light and breezy and busy. You are not being mysterious, and certainly not being hard to get. You run the risk of your message being misinterpreted or photoshopped. I'd actually prefer you to Photoshop my picture. Are you kidding me? Like in a good way? Are you gonna airbrush my sext? Okay, thank you. Rule number 26. Don't accept booty calls or meaningless hookups. Smartphones have replaced teddy bears. How do guys feel about girls who go on booty calls? Girls who go on booty calls. I can't really hang out tonight. I'm going on a booty call. Rule number 27. Wait before sleeping with a guy. Ideally, a year into the relationship. A rules girl makes a guy wait to help him fall in love with her soul, and her essence. Rule number 28. Don't put on the freshman 15. Go to the gym. And other rules for looking good at every age. This one pissed me off. Like it or not, we live in a thin, obsessed world where guys have their pick of girls. So most prefer a thin girlfriend, not an overweight one. I've been making light of this book and just kind of making fun of it because I think it's ludicrous, not the rapper. This is just complete bullshit. Here are some comments from guys that they polled. An overweight girl is thought of as someone who doesn't even try. Just about everyone works out. Why can't she? If a girl doesn't like herself enough to diet and exercise, why should I? Oh, I don't know, human decency, general kindness. I won't date anyone who won't wear a two-piece bathing suit. I won't date anyone who doesn't wear a Speedo. And guess what? I bet we're both gonna end up alone. Then they have like a list of dieting and exercise tips. Here's a tip. You're an adult bully. Maybe don't write a book. This is directed towards young girls. And every single thing I've read is you telling girls to change who they are to get a man to like them. If you are a girl reading this, especially somebody who is young and impressionable, which I hope you're not young and watching this because I have a foul mouth and a bad attitude, but if you are, I just want to tell you that you should be comfortable in your skin. This is suicide as far as relationships go. It's awful. I don't diet and I don't go to the gym, but I guess one tip I can give you that's really worked for me is just to replace the light in your refrigerator with an air horn. I polled my own people about this rule, and I want to read some of what they said. My friend Catherine says, obviously some men prefer thin women, and some men prefer curvy women, and some prefer big women. You can't generalize a male preference. My friend Barry says, since I have 4 sisters, I can't really comment on a female's weight. If I did have something to say, it would be more to the point of, whatever a man should ask of a woman, they should be willing to do as well. #truth. My friend Nick says, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Okay, Nick. Well, you spelled wild, W-I-L-E. Beautiful. Rule number 29. Wait for a guy to follow you on Twitter first and rarely return tweets. Keep your Twitter account protected, meaning you have to approve your followers. That way you can keep track of everyone you're broadcasting to, including your crush. No one wants to hear that you are walking the dog or had a bad week at work. Your tweet should be important, newsworthy, witty, or uplifting. Training for the 5K is a great example. If you ever see me tweet that I'm training for a 5K, my phone has been stolen or I've been abducted and I'm calling out for help. Don't tweet anything about your relationship or your period. Wait. Don't tweet anything about your relationship, period. You can still tweet about your period then. Sorry, I got that wrong. If you find yourself tweeting too much or tweeting the wrong things, you should cancel your account. I should have canceled my account like a year ago. Rule number 30. Don't date indefinitely without a commitment. Whatever. Rule number 31. Next, and other rules for dealing with rejection. Alright. Being rejected is never easy, no matter how wrong a guy is for you or how much wrong he did to you. Here are some rulesy ways to get over an ex. Start dating ASAP. The best revenge is getting all dolled up and meeting new guys who, unlike your ex, think you are fabulous. Do a cleanse. No. Oh. Make it fun, invite a friend over to your place for the purging, get rid of everything he gave you. I thought they were saying, like, do a cleanse, like a juice cleanse. No thanks. I'll eat my vegetables, not drink them. Don't write angry letters, texts, emails, Facebook posts, tweets, or anything. Let's all take a note from Destiny's Child when they said, "No, I ain't gonna diss you on the internet, 'cause my mama taught me better than that." Well, we did it. We finished Not Your Mother's Rules. Thanks for putting up with me for the last 3 videos. Has anyone actually sat through all of them? I highly doubt it. Godspeed, little soldiers.
If you haven't got problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.